Can you see if it works?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So in tonight's discussion, we're going to talk about women's empowerment, reconstructing household status for women, and the conceptualization of their self-reliance. And the reason why am I taking this topic is because in Indonesia, we are living in a patriarchal culture where it has been so normalized until women, they don't think that this is a problem because they has been so normalized this so much. So this is a data about budaya patriarki pengaruhi rendahnya IPM perempuan or patriarchal culture that affect the low, it makes the human development index of women is low. So as you can read here, that Women's Human Development Index or HDI in 2019 was lower than men. And the Minister of Women's Empowerment and Child Protection stated that this figure demonstrates that reality that women still face many inequalities today, ranging from the economy to cases of violence against women. So I think this is like a public secret that women, they usually have like lower education and they're seen to be less than men. So that's why we want to talk about this topic. So first, I want to ask you, what is women's empowerment means to you? Yeah, anyone want to give their opinion about it? Sure, Mr. Febri.
All right. For me, women's empowerment, it's about gender equality. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
Where women can be anyone they want actually. Like maybe they want to be a teacher, they want to be a researcher, they want to be president. They can be that because I feel, because in my thought that the what do we call takdir in English?
Um,
Ought.
I forgot it. Like
Yes, I mean the things that we cannot change by the women is only density, destiny. Maybe the thing that we cannot, the things that we cannot change from the women is only about breastfeeding, menstruations, and also birth. I mean, yeah,
giving birth.
Yeah, giving birth, something like that. That's the it belongs to the women. But for all of them, for all of the things in this world, as you are men or you are women, I think we have a right to have it. We have a right. I mean, we have a right to have all of the things we want. So except those three things, I guess that women deserve it also.
So basically, what you are saying is like woman's biological nature, right? Like
Yes.
giving birth, menstruation. So other than that, women should be free to do what they want.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, sure. Like that is correct. Like some people think that, oh, you are a girl and you have to be able to cook or to clean. This is something very normal that I heard often in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Like even I grew up like that. That's what my mom told me. I have a brother. And this has
I
been
don't know.
so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because I think that we have to be more open-minded about that. Why, for example, like if you want to build a family, like maybe I am looking for a wife, a future partner, then I don't think that I have to have a woman or a woman that can cook, because I want to build a family, not a restaurant. I'm like,
so that's
if
not a
I want,
problem for you.
that's not a problem. If I want you to cook, that
Mhm.
I think that we're not making a restaurant right now.
Yeah,
We
cool.
want to make a great family in the future. That's
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Any other one who wants to share their opinion about it?
Can I?
Sure.
Okay, thank you so much for your uh, for time for me.
Mhm.
Firstly, I disagree with what Mr. Febri said because I just disagree about the basic thinking from the Mr. Fabri's opinion because even though we having married with someone or we trying to looking a partner for our life or maybe to be as a wife in the future, it it's not mean that woman must be if she have uh, like skill to cook or skill to serve for her husband or for the family, it's mean we will build a family, not a restaurant, right? it's not it's not true because I think ability to cook or to make good food for the family or to serve the husband, serve the family, for the children, and so on is a basic ability as a woman, right? Because woman is what we call a part of a man bodies, yeah. In my religion, they said tulang rusuk gitu ya. I don't know how to say tulang rusuk in English ya. So if a woman able to make a good food or they just stay at home and serve her family, her children, and then or she want to have a job as well in outside or she will be as a career woman, uh, it doesn't matter, and the condition it's not replace the basic idea for a woman. A woman is a part of a man's body. That's why because the woman is a part of man body, it's mean the man, or maybe if we're talking about the family, her husband, the husband uh, must be protect her, right? Uh, a woman is just a small part from our body. It's mean if I'm a man, so I need to prevent her from outsider, from the maybe I need to prevent her from the suspicious suspicious impact from outside, and then that's why I need to if I'm a man, I need to prepare the good environment for her and then for family. So that's why the basic idea from the woman is she is a king in our home. So that's the basic idea for the woman. And but yeah, nowadays we still debatable. We have a lot of discussion regarding the empowerment of women. It means probably it's coming from our history, right? Indonesia, what we call dijajah ya, jajah from
Colonized.
colonized by Dutch or
Dutch.
Japanese, and then that's why it's Indonesia have long story about the colonization. So that's why, and then in Indonesian people, they just thinking because you are a woman, so you have no chance walk outside, or you have no chance to be as a politician, to be as a governor, or to be as a president. And then probably it's coming from them. But in my mind, if you are a woman, basically you are the king. You are not only queen, because you are the king. You are the king in your home, in your house, in your family, in your circle, especially in your family. So that's why you have a lot of privilege to manage the financial of your finance, or the family financial. You need to manage your family, because if you talk about the tulang rusuk, okay, I don't know how to say tulang rusuk in English. If we call it tulang rusuk is if I know, that's the important part from our body to make our body able to stand up, right? So if you lose on, even though it's just one part, it's mean your body is not complete, and then you will feel difficult to enjoying your life, something like that. So I think from my perspective, empowerment is, I think it's not necessarily to debate, because yeah, if it doesn't matter you are man or woman, you have a similar responsibility. But please just thinking about the basic obligation from yourself. If you are a woman and then you are a man, I think from the both side they can make a good collaboration. So it's not like we need to make a clear a border and then separate the man and then separate the woman, because empowerment is always about responsibility. That's my opinion.
Okay, thank you. I think what Mr. Febri said is like as a woman, so our society they has labeled women like, oh, as a woman you have to be able to cook. But I think what Mr. Febri said is like cooking is basic life skill where both men and women they have to be able to do that, not only women.
Yeah,
I
but
think
believe
yeah,
me,
something like that.
if as a man you still able to cook, right? You still able to make the delicious food, something like that. But if you have a wife, and then you need to encourage your wife to make a good food as well, because there's like collaboration, right? And then yeah, how the people will be thinking if the woman cannot to make just a simple food. They have no ability to do that. So you need to encourage, and then you need to teach your 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 partner to able to make a good food as well. I think that's like a collaboration, right? Not just only separation of obligation. If you have more ability in the some skill, and then you need to influence your partner as well to make a good collaboration, and then to teach them and so on.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Febri, is there anything you want to, if you want to answer Mr. Tommy's opinion, or maybe Sophie and Mr. Imran, you raise your hand. So who wants to talk first?
Like I'm fair.
Okay, I think Sophie first.
Okay.
All right. I think this is the simple question from the slide. I respect Mr. Thomas and Mr. Fabri's opinion, because there's nothing wrong with personal opinion, right? But if you ask me, I would like to say, actually, we should have both men and woman empowerment. But why woman? The question is, why women more voice to be empowered in the society than men? Because the reality, what happened in our society is women often put as subordinate position, like what Miss Nevi has mentioned before in the beginning. Like we often put as a follower of men, right?
Yeah.
That's why the idea of Santan woman empowerment is more familiar in our ear for promoting women's choice, women's rights, and self-worth. I think regarding to the roles of between two parties, men and women, the previous speakers has mentioned about cooking, repairing, and other stuff. I think that built because of the habits from ancient before generation. I'm sorry. I mean, before that has been built from our grandparents' generation. So it's happened from years ago. It's not from religion. It just built by habit, from habit. But the three things that Mr. February mentioned, like breastfeeding, giving birth, menstruations, we can that's the only thing, the only three things that men can do. Other than that, both can do as well.
Yeah.
But I try to understand Mr. Thomas' argument when he said, okay, cooking is a bare minimum. It's not a special skill for men or women, but it's just basic human skill as if you're as a human being. But then come come additional statement that said, if your wife can cook, so you need to encourage them. I mean, if that is the rule in our society, I'm not gonna marry with anyone because I can't cook at all.
Same here.
I'm trying. But what I want to say here is we shouldn't see the woman on only those particular sides, like cooking,
Yeah.
taking care of the kids, cleaning households, etc. We should actually see more aspect than that. I mean, if the woman house, in this case, wife position, can cook, we still have the alternative. Doesn't mean that she has failed as a woman because she can't cook. That's what I want to say. Thank you, Miss.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Mr. Imran?
Well, a lot of good arguments. I just want to say, like, for me, women empowerment means unbiased and proportional opportunities and expecting them like duties. Like I say unbiased, like I also believe there's some roles only men can do, and there are some roles only women can do. But apart from that, for me, women empowerment means like they should have equal rights and to do whatever they want to do, and we should accept equal duties also. So, like empowerment doesn't only means like giving them rights, like, oh, you can do this, or you don't need to cook, or you don't need to, like, but if we give them equal right, but we also accept the proportional duties, like, okay, they do also, like if we say cooking or whatever, okay, so we don't force them to cook, but if they want to cook, like for example, if I marry, if my wife today, we woke up today, my wife wanna make breakfast, okay, she make. Next day, if I wanna make, I make. So we should not force each other for anything. Whatever they wanna do, they should be able to. They have the rights to do, and whatever like the man wanna do, the man should have rights to. No one should be forced to do something like, oh no, this is woman, you need to do this thing, or like, and uh, as Mr. Tommy said, like what society we say. So in India, we have a saying, a dialogue. It says, "Dunia ka sabse bada rog, kya kahenge log." It means the biggest disease in the world is thinking what other will think. You got it?
Yeah.
The biggest disease in the world is thinking what other will think. Let them think. It's their job. If you think on their behalf, what they will think. So yeah, let them think.
Okay.
But yeah, you expect women, so you give them equal rights. But I hope the women understand that rights also means duties. I will give you a simple example. my office is 2 hours from my home. Like I usually take metro, is like MRT for going to office. And in my MRT, like KL, there are some women seats reserved for women only. That's their right. We have given their right to empower them to travel safely. Okay, and the women fight for them. Like sometimes they, like for example, there's a guy sitting in the women's spot, and the woman come and she will ask the guy, hey, get up, it's for women, and the guy will politely get up. But I have seen a lot of times there's another woman, she needs it more, maybe like there's an old lady, she's standing
Mhm.
there, someone like having kids. When they stand in front of the woman don't give them seat. Most of the time the man give them seat. Like, so a lot of times I feel like the women, a lot of women are seeking empowerment, they're seeking opportunities, but they're not also fulfilling the responsibilities.
Mhm.
Like at that time, if you expect other men to stand for you, you should stand for other women also. So that's I say, women empowerment means you give them equal opportunity, but you expect proportional. Proportional means
Yeah.
what they're proportional means not equal, but what they're capable.
Mhm.
You know, it means like for example, I am going to eat with someone, like I'm going on a date with someone, and we say we gonna do split. So for example, she's earning 4 juta, I'm earning 10 juta, let's say. So I will not ask her to do 50-50, but it's good if she do proportional to her income, I pay to my income, so nobody feels, down.
Mhm.
Nobody like too much pressure. That's I feel. Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else who wants to give their opinion? If not, then we can move to the next question. Okay, no.
Can I?
Okay, but maybe not too long because we
No,
need to
no,
move on
no.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Just curious about the question of why we need to asking about the empowerment, because
Mhm.
in basic thinking we are equal, right? Even though you are a woman or you are a man, we are equal. No worries
Mhm.
about the empowerment. You just follow your dream, you just follow your destiny and enjoy your life. Not to worry about the society not to worry about the society opinion and so on. Just follow your dream. That's why I'm still thinking about why we need to asking about the empowerment. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone wants to answer Mr. Tommy's question? Okay, so I think where we still talk about women's empowerment is the thing that Sophie has talked about, that in reality, women are still seen to be second-class citizen, and maybe we can move on to the next slide, like we can tell more about it. So yeah, women's empowerment is defined as fostering women's self-esteem, freedom, and to make their own decisions and ability to affect societal change for themselves and others. Basically, this is like the same with what we have discussed before, that women should be able to take their own decision, like give them equal opportunity between men and women. So we can move on. So this is a video of how inequality separates both girls in Indonesia. Can you guys hear the voice, the sounds of the video?
No,
Not yet.
yeah.
No?
I think you need to share the sound as well.
Yeah.
Wait.
It doesn't work. I think that you need to stop the share screen first, and then try to share the screen again. But on the Google, you have to click the voice.
Sound.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
sorry.
the sound.
So I need to stop sharing screen.
Yeah, stop share
Yeah.
screen first, and then
Okay.
share again,
Share again.
and then
There will
you
be
need to
option
click
for just
on
thinking.
yes, exactly.
So
Including the
from the YouTube.
When you share, you will have the option share the sound also on the screen. You will see the
Oh,
option
okay.
share the sound.
Okay.
So just tick.
Or maybe I can help for the
Oh, okay.
for
Okay.
this.
Yeah, I think I need your help for that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Or you can activate the caption in English.
Or if it's not working, should we just skip the video?
Here we got the point. Like it's about inequality between poor and like
Yeah.
rich society.
or with the subtitle, if it's possible.
You guys can see the video before?
We can see, but there is no
No
sound.
Oh, still no sound.
Yeah, I think we can skip that.
No worries, just share the link and we can see later.
Okay, so Mr. Imran, he has sent the link. Yeah, I will give time for everyone to watch the video.
Or maybe you can tell us about the story of the video, Ms. Neve.
So basically, like the story of the video is like two girls from different economical background. One girl is from like a rich family and the other is financially disabled. And in the end, like when they grew up, of course, like the rich girl, they have more opportunities. She went to higher education and then she get married later. She can plan her family and it creates like a circle that uh, she can give better life for her children. And the girl from the financially disabled family, it's harder for her to do that, like because she cannot get into the higher education, and then when she get children, she cannot give her the opportunity as much as the rich girl. So basically that's the video about. And then I think with the time we can move on again. Now, why do we need to empower women? I think from me, it's because like from our first discussion, like Mr. Tommy, I think, yeah, Mr. Tommy said that we already equal, like we don't need empowerment or anything like that. But in reality, women is still seen to be second-class citizen, so that's why we need to empower them. That is from me. So anyone wants to give their arguments or give their opinion about it? Maybe Miss Sophie.
Is it still first slide?
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think we have talked about the first slide.
Mm-hmm.
Probably we can continue to the next slide.
Okay. So in Nepal, women who are getting their menstruation, they have to practice the convening. They have to stay in the co-sheds. Have this in Indonesia, but I think Mr. Imran, because Nepal is closer to you than us, do you know about this practice? Sorry, I think you still mute. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about this, but yeah, there are a lot of misconceptions about menstruation, even in India. Like in a lot of societies in Hindu temple, don't allow women to go in the temple if she's menstruating. They don't allow to go to the temple. They think she's impure, or they don't allow to go to kitchen, like to cook or something. They think she's impure. And a lot of women, they don't have access to sanitary pads, so they use like napkin or something, or dirty clothes, which is not really good. Because of this, there's also a movie, Bad Man.
Yeah, I watch it. Anyone else watch the movie? It's really interesting.
Yeah, so there's a lot of misconception like that, even in Nepal, even in India, but it's slowly improving. A lot more people have this kind of knowledge, and there are more feminine products now. So yeah, it's still, but it's more in like cities, but on grassroots level, it's still lagging behind. And still, we need to work on this.
It's like a sanitation product, like pets are expensive to afford.
Well, there's a lot of people even in India till today, like who just earn like maybe 50,000 a day or 20,000 in a day. So for them, even buying sanitary pads for like 5,000 or 10,000 is itu mahal.
Oh yeah. What about government? Like, do they, give some help or give some program?
There are some programs like I heard about, but it's not like really mainstream. Maybe in some cities or something. Like I live in New Delhi, it's capital of India. So we have a lot of like free clinic, free hospital. Like we have like more than 80 free hospitals and free clinic. Like in every 1 kilometer, you can go, you can get free treatment, anything. But it's not everywhere, especially like from my own dad hometown. In the village, there's no shop. The nearest good shop where you can buy something, like pack or something, is like 10 kilometers from the village. So and a lot of them don't have the vehicles to go, so they walk. They walk from the village, cross the mountain or something to go to the shop and all. So this is the situation. Even in my grandpa house. So you can see. So there's a lot of, if you talk about this cow shed, and it's reality. It's reality in mostly small villages and all. It's reality. But it's
So
hopefully
like first, so I have watched videos about this. So if the girl is still in school, like school year, maybe they're teenagers, they need to go to school, but during their period they have to stay at the cow shed. So what about their education? I mean, like they have less, of course they will be less educated if they have to stay at cow sheds for let's say a week every month.
Well, sometimes people don't really think more about education, and they are more concerned about their belief, their belief in mentality. Don't give a damn about it. You forget your education, something.
Okay, so is there anyone who wants to give opinion about this? But maybe I think this is still new. Like I don't know about this practice before I watched the video, so I'm not sure if many people know about it. Okay. If there is no one wants to share their opinion, I think we can move on.
May I ask?
Oh yeah.
Like, is there no one sell like menstrual pad or like menstrual pants in Nepal, so they have to like put the women who has menstruation in conscience. Like literally, no one use menstrual pad or menstrual pants
In Nepal.
I don't know because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about Nepal at all. Maybe Mr.
Imran.
Mr. Imran can explain more about how do people live in there. Is there any menstrual pad who are?
I didn't get the question. Your voice like kind of cracking.
Oh, my voice. Like
it's not clear.
Oh, okay. In Indonesia, usually we can buy menstrual pad or menstrual pants or menstrual cup right now. It's becoming more trending, right? So people will will use that, like women will use that whenever they have menstruation. They don't have to like clean every minute because we can use that for efficiency also. So it's fine. You can do your regular activity. You can go to your work and go to your school and doing any kind of activity like normal. But like I wonder why in Nepal they put the women in the coach sheds. Like, is there no one sell menstrual pad or menstruation cup or menstruation pants in there for the woman to use and continue their daily activity like normal? Do you know about that?
Well, see, they sell everywhere, but what I talk, or maybe what the blog is about, is some village, some like orthodox kind of village.
Oh,
If you talk about cities, like in like there are a lot of products, even there are a lot of tampons and like menstrual cup, as it all. Like I use an app credit for paying credit card, and they always launch new products, start the products, and I saw some like vegan pads, so a lot of things, new things. So there are a lot of things available, but not on the grassroots level, not in the village level. Like the women who don't even have access to clean clothes, so you can't ask them to have menstrual cup or something. They don't even know menstrual cup exists. They don't know tampon exists.
oh, so it's most happen in remote
Rural.
village, yeah,
Remote
in rural
villages,
area, in
yes,
remote village.
small villages.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
I got it.
Okay, so now, do you know the type of discrimination based on gender that women have to experience? Anyone know? Okay, so yeah. So this is for things that women experience because of the gender discrimination. There are marginalization, subordination, stigmatization, and double burden. So marginalization is social exclusion or social disadvantage that women experience just because of their gender. And then subordination is looking down at women just because they are women. Stigmatization is disapproval or discrimination against them based on the characteristic that serve to distinguish them from other member of society. And double burden is also called double day or second shift and or double duty. Can you give me like example? I'm not sure if people really understand about this discrimination based on gender. So maybe Miss Livia, can you give me example of marginalization that women have to experience?
Okay, thank you. In Indonesia, I guess a lot of things will happen. Like men will usually will have more freedom to go out late night and without being judged as a bad person or a naughty person. If women do that, we will be judged by our neighbor as a slut or sex worker,
Oh
something like
yeah.
that.
So it's more
Yeah.
it will comes to stigmatization that these women who go out at night they will have the stigma of being naughty, right?
Right.
So this is stigmatization. Okay,
Stigma.
yeah, Miss Sophie.
Yeah, maybe I add some more. I agree
Mhm.
with Miss Livia has been said. That's true. And there's a lot of other discrimination actually that happen in Indonesia. We can find it easily. You can choose like from workplace, domestic place, school, anything. We can find it everywhere, actually. But I would like to go with fertilization. When women can be pregnant, so the whole family blame the woman
Oh,
herself,
yeah.
not even think about maybe this could be the can be the cost from the other side, which is the husband side, probably from because he's smoking too much, he's drinking too much, etc. There's actually 50-50 possibilities related to virtualization. But in the truth that what happened in especially conservative family, they both they tend to blame the woman, and this is the real example that I witnessed in my family when my sister got pregnant a little bit late, only only 6 months late, and they're just like, oh, you don't eat this, don't do this, don't drink this. I mean, why didn't they don't see the husband as well? Why only my sister? I'm not defending this because she is my sister. I mean, is she my sister-in-law? I will also defending her. But this is just one of the example of discrimination that woman has experienced.
Okay, and marginalization, maybe Mr. Febri, you want to say something about marginalization, or maybe you can give us example. Mr. Febri, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not that focused, so I cannot give the example of marginalization.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
what about others? I mean, like someone who
Yeah,
has
maybe
just been joined.
Muhammad. Muhammad, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I have no idea what to talk. I'm so sorry if
Oh, okay. So
the listener. Thank you.
honestly, this is to be expected. I'm not sure if many people know about the discrimination based on gender that women have to experience. So I'm going to give example for marginalization. It's like if a family, they are from financially disabled family and they have two kids, a boy and a girl, they don't have much money, so mostly they will send the boy to go to school because they think that he will grow up as a man and he will be the main provider of the family, but the girl will be like say second class citizen, and then she will get married, have a husband, and then her husband will provide for her. That is the example of marginalization. Is it clear?
Yes.
Subordination, maybe Mr. Ahmad Wartono, you want to give us example what is subordination from this definition?
Oh, wait. Subordination.
Yeah.
Subordination is a conclusion that one gender is superior to the other.
Yeah.
Subordination is more common in women, and it places them in a lower or inferior position.
Yeah, can you give us example? Like in real life example. Or anyone wants to give their opinion if they know what is the example of subordination?
I think the case if we want to conduct president election,
yeah,
something like that, because in Indonesia people have opinion about the president must be coming from men, not coming from women. I think that's a kind of example for subordination, right?
Yeah, thank you so much. That's true. So subordination is like looking down on women just because they're women. Like, oh, women must not be able to lead. Like that is subordination. And then now the rest is double burden. Maybe Mr. Farid to example.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss, because I now join because I first now join, not join yet.
Oh, okay, maybe um, Mr. Muhammad again, maybe. Or Mr. Imran.
So I guess double burden happens because of fixed mindset. Like as a lot of a lot of people, they believe the woman must do something. Like so, because of this belief, like this job is woman's job. It happens like, for example, if there is a working woman,
Mm-hmm.
and it mostly happens if they're living in a joint family. If like for example, they are married and the woman is living with the husband and the mom and parents of the husband, and she's working, so like she works 9 hours like her husband. Even then, when she comes back from home, she's expected to make a tea for her husband and cook for the kids and all. Like she's expected to do those things. So that I can double burden, because they expect like, oh, this is the woman's job. Oh, no, my kid will not do.
Yeah,
You
that's very
you can do
true.
that.
I'm sorry, there is like a scooter passing by.
Yeah, so that a lot of happen. Like I read on Quora, and a lot of people, they don't want to stay with in-laws because of these things, because the woman, the husband, father or mother, they expect like, oh, the girl has to do, like, girl has to take care of us, she has to do job also, take care of the kids also, cook also, like because she is a woman. And my kid, oh, he just need to earn, do anything, he just need to earn. But the woman, she need to earn also, she need to cook also, clean also, do laundry also. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
because of fixed mindset.
yeah. So like even women start to work today, like into this world, it is very common to see women working, but after she got home from work, so she do the same thing like her husband is also working, and then she's working, and then when she got home, she is still expected to do all the household things that usually society will label it to women, like cooking or cleaning. So that is double burden. She has like double thing to do. Okay. Now. So in Indonesia, even our government has this regulation about the minimum age to get married. It is still happen, like child marriage is still a problem that we have to solve together. So what do you think about child marriage? So maybe what I mean by child marriage here is more like not exactly like very young, but let's say around 16 to 19 they get married. Um, for our Indonesian society is mostly because we are a Muslim majority. Usually, they will think that this is better to prevent. They prefer their children to get married instead of if they are getting into relationship, then maybe something that we don't expect happen. So what do you think about it? I want to ask Mr. Farid's opinion. Mr. Farid, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, Miss, because I not understand about the
Oh,
topic.
okay. Okay. So you don't want to say anything like I have explained about what happened in our society, that there are still many child marriage happen in Indonesia. What do you think about it? If not, maybe Mr. Febri, you want to say something about this?
Yes, the practical marry. Yes, I mean like marriage. Uh, start from 16 years old. Now we know that the government has regulation that we have the minimum age to get married. right?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it only have, I don't know, the practical of it. I mean, does it work in our society or not?
Mhm.
Because maybe in a district village, for example,
Yeah.
like it doesn't really work because uh I don't know, maybe lack of education or something. And then their family, yeah, their family is like farmers, and
Mhm.
they are far from the city. And then what will they do after like finishing their elementary school? Just
Mhm.
marry, something like that, because it happens to my family. My mom was getting married at that time. Uh,
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken, 13 years old.
Yeah.
So it was so young, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
maybe because of lack of education. Lack of education right now.
Yeah.
I guess that our education is getting better. So the practical of a marriage under the age will be decreasing. Will be decreasing as well. So
Yeah. Mhm.
uh, child marriage, it's not good exactly. I mean, it's totally not good for child marriage, because I'm afraid that even man, or even the girl, or even the boy, uh, are not ready enough to build a house. I mean, when we want to make a family, means that we need to financial stable, something like that,
Yeah.
or we have a plan, or we have plan for uh, our child education in the future, the things like that. I'm not sure that we are ready. I mean, they are ready if they get married uh, under the age. That's
Okay,
all.
so mostly this happens on girls instead of boys for most cases, like because
Yes.
yeah, because like usually their family will think that, oh, she will have a husband who will provide for her, so she doesn't need, like, I think the pressure for women to get married is like higher than men.
I could say
Maybe.
that. I could say that because it happened as
Maybe.
well in family. Like my mom, not
Mhm.
my father pushed my young sister to marry after finishing her high school, something like that.
Yeah.
But for me as a man, that I'm lucky because I have a chance to continue my study or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it sometimes still happen, especially in
Yeah.
the village. Yeah, I don't know in a
Yeah.
big city. I mean, like maybe people are more open-minded right now in a big city.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I want to know the opinion of Mr. Imran. Can you tell us about this in India?
Well, in India, they have saying, "लड़कियां पराया धन होती हैं." Like the girl is a property of someone. Like so, they always a lot of people they take the girl as a liability that you have to just get rid of as soon as possible. So yeah, get her married or just send her to her husband home, and you have no worries like that.
Uh,
Still a lot of people think like that. And if you talk about child marriage, so there is a state in India, Rajasthan. It's very beautiful state, lot of castle. Like you may have seen uh, Jaipur. A lot of Indonesian come Jaipur and all. So in Rajasthan, child marriage is very common. Even people still like get married like 13-year-old, 14 years old, they get married. They just marry, or sometimes they marry you as a kid, like you are 4 or 5 years old, and there's another neighbor's boy or maybe kid of your dad's friend, and they promise each other, okay, when my son grow up, he will be husband of your daughter, and they marry as a kid, and later they marry again when they are adult. So
oh,
it happens a lot. Mostly it happens due to poverty because people like uh, they don't have the finance to like to educate the girls or to provide anything. So they just like send off to someone like, okay, he will have a husband, he will provide anything. So it's basically the major reason is financial reason, and a lot of because people believe that woman is a liability, she should be sent off, and something because of religion also. Like there's been case. So there was a girl, a school girl maybe. She was like 16 or 17 years old, and she had a boyfriend. I don't know, around 30 years old, maybe 30 something, and she wanted to get married. So the court was not allowing her, but she said, "I'm Muslim, and in Islam, it's allowed to marry if you pass adolescence. If you're already having periods, it's allowed to have marriage." She did her argument, and she wanted to marry. Even her family didn't want it. So a lot of people, they take it as a convenient, like when they want to marry or they have someone, so they don't see age. They just want, or if they're not working or something, they're not having career plan, so they just want to put their financial pressure on someone. And even a lot of modern girls I have seen, like I have talked, like 18 and 19, they don't want to do work or something, they just want to marry so that they have husband who can provide them, or who can take them to trips or traveling, because they, their parents not allow them, or they're always in home, so they hope like they will get husband, and then they can travel and all.
What do you think about child marriage?
What did you say?
Sorry. So I have, Mr. Imran, I have heard about dowry in India. So like so I read this book. This is The Moment of Lift from Melinda Gates, and I read in this book that so when you have a daughter, and then if you get her married in the future, you need to pay dowry to the man.
Yeah, it's like one of the girls in this meeting from Makassar, right? One of the participants in this meeting is from Makassar.
Miss Sophie, do you mean?
Yeah. So like in Makassar, there's tradition in Bugis people, like that you have to pay the girl depending on her status. If she's more educated, more beautiful, you have to pay 100 juta, 200 juta to marry her. So now in India, it's kind of opposite. You have to pay depending on the status of the man. Like if the man has a good job, like private job, maybe he will normally demand bikes, some cash, furniture and all. And if he has, like if he has government job, like permanent job, like BUMN or something, government job, so he will
Sorry for the noise.
He will even demand more. Like me, my parents also, we are fixing wedding for our sister. She is like 25 now, so we are looking groom her, and we saw one guy, and the guy is normal, like he works in Dubai as a technician, and the guy family demanded 40 juta cash, 40 million cash, and then maybe a bike, okay, and then some furniture or like house stuff. They demanded that as a dowry.
So if a family have a daughter, so they will prefer to save money to pay the dowry than instead of sending their girls to school, or is it like that, or how?
Yeah, a lot of things. This is one of the sad things. They never educate the girl. Like for educating the girl, they don't have 2 million, but suddenly for paying the dowry, they have 20 million. And they don't think that if yesterday they would have spent 22 juta for study, maybe today they would have not spending, be like they would have to spend on the dowry. Maybe the girl will be educated, she can do finance herself. They don't think of that, but that's a sad. So a lot of people, they don't educate the girl and they just get married to her. And for marriage, like because of the dowry problem, they don't even look the qualities they should look for marriage. Like they didn't look, oh, the guy has good imam, he's salat, he's good ethic. They don't look that. They just look, oh, this guy is asking less dowry. He's a small family, he's asking less dowry. Okay, give her our daughter. Like that.
So if less dowry, this means that I think from how I think is like maybe these men don't have like a good job, or
yeah, but still, for example, if there is someone like rickshaw puller, like who just drive rickshaw like Bajaj or something, or Jack, and now he wanna marry his daughter. So obviously he doesn't have enough of dowry to pay some guy who has good government job, who has apartment. So he will marry the guy, normal guy, like someone who do electrician, mechanic, like same, and they will also ask the dowry.
Wait, I have another question. So, in Islam, it is the man who give the mahar, but is it like more like culture in India for Hindu, or the Muslim also, like the woman have to pay the dowry to the man if they are Muslim?
In India, both Muslim and Hindu, they pay dowry, both Muslim also, Hindu also. Now in Islam, as we have mahar, so the boy pay mahar. It's still the boy pay mahar, maybe 10 juta or something. The boy pay mahar, but that's a different thing. The girl still pay the dowry.
Oh, okay, I get it.
The girl family still pay the dowry. Like maybe the guy family will give little jewelry or some cash as a part of mahar, but still the girl family have to pay the dowry. And so mostly in India, it's like the marriage is mostly arranged marriage. They don't allow pacaran. Mostly, especially in Muslim, mereka munafik.
Okay.
So before, like, so I the basic, like how standard marriage happen in India.
Yeah.
There is a woman. Let's suppose you are you are the middle woman. Maybe you are the middle woman. Now you are like Tinder. You have the contacts of girls and contacts of the boy. So you go to the girl's house and you show some picture of the boys, and you give detail like this boy do this job, they have this much brother, this much family, they have this much, and then you go to the girl house and you show them photo and detail of the girl. And if they like agree to meet, they meet with each other, and maybe the boy and girl will meet like just before marriage for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they meet. Then they will discuss the dowry, how much they want to pay the dowry, how much the guy the guy family wants the dowry, and if they agree, then they will do marry. A lot of shit people, they do the trick. Like they will agree, but right at the day of nikah, at the day of akad, they will ask more money. They say, if you don't pay me now, we will go back. And now the guy, the girl's father, because of shame, he pay. Like sometimes they even sell their land or something to pay the guy.
Wow.
It happens a lot of times. A lot of people suicide themselves because of the dowry. Or a lot of women, their in-laws burn themselves or kill themselves because they didn't bring enough dowry.
They kill the woman?
Yeah, they kill the woman because they didn't bring enough dowry.
But I think that is something that they have agreed before. And how come the woman don't bring enough dowry if it's something that they have agreed before?
Some people are greedy. Their heart never full. They want more and more.
Oh, so they agree for some amount of money, and then the woman will give them, and they want more, but maybe she cannot give them more, something like that.
For example, you bring furniture and she say, this furniture so bad. See, my brother, my son's friend, he got furniture like 20 juta. You just bring 5 juta furniture, like that. They will taunt you.
And I believe that the government must do something about it, right?
Government can only make laws, but government cannot force you to.
Yeah, I get it.
Implement it. So like in India, the legal age for marriage is 18 years old, but a lot of people, like even my parents, they married at young, 16, 17. A lot of people still get married. My own cousin, I didn't want to her get married. She just get married, maybe 18. She got 18 and she passed high school and they got married because she live in village. She's not good in studies. She has no focus on studies, and the parents are not financially good enough to provide her any career prospect. Plus, the atmosphere in village is not good. Like, I mean, it's not good to you can learn something or not. So they think it's better to get girl married before she do something, boyfriend get pregnant or something. They set off.
Okay, thank you so much.
It happens a lot. It's mostly happened because of poverty, because of lack of education. If people are educated, so they do less of it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Imran. Is there anyone who has opinion on this? from what Mr. Imran has explained us? Maybe Nana, you want to say something about what Mr. Imran has explained?
Hi, I just joined this.
Okay.
It's so interesting to hear this story from Mr. Imran. Well, I don't have any opinion because the fact just shared by Mr. Imran. So I will just follow the discussion and will probably share my opinion later. Thank you for mentioning me.
Okay. Maybe Miss Sophie?
Yes, miss?
Yeah, have you ever heard about the dowry thing in India before? Or did you just learn about it from Mr. Imran?
I just heard that.
Oh. What do you think?
Actually, I don't really listen fully because my connection is, and also I like went to my kitchen, grab some drinks, so not really
Okay.
pay attention. But I've heard a little bit, and it's kind of it's something new that, and it's kind of fascinating how we find out other countries' cultures or history. Yeah, it's new insight for me. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, and who, Mr. or Miss, you want to give your opinion?
Yeah, thanks for the
Oh,
chance given.
Mr. Ho.
It's my chance to practice English. I'm so sorry if my English is bad. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that Mr. Imran provide or delivers from his cultures in India, but I guess in my culture and in the village culture,
Oh, where are you from?
I'm from East Java,
Which city?
wife of country,
Sorry,
wife of country.
I don't understand.
Okay, I'm from Bojonegoro, East Java.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's joking. It's joking.
Mhm,
Yeah,
okay.
as far as I'm concerned that it's due to cultural ecosystem. Seems like we don't think we do not follow the ancient mindset. When we have been 20 something, on when you have graduated from senior high school, you have to marry soon and so on. It's because of we do not calculate it by the number of the age, because maturity doesn't come from the number of the age, but how problem that they have solved. Talking about marriage, seems like both of them have been ready from the bad side or the positive side. Seems like, yeah, just go on the flow. If they have decided, then they do the bad thing in religious lesson, I guess. And then from the child marriage, it happens, it takes place in, it took in my city. It was several months ago because it was the highest cases, 1,050 something in a year. It means that the adolescents had been married under the age, or because of the cultural ecosystem forced them to marry soon. It took place to my friend because of why. Well, in let's say in celebration, let's say in on at Al-Fitr, because I'm a Muslim. Why didn't you marry? Why wasn't you married soon, and so on? Yeah, because I have blah 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 blah. Your friend has been married and has children and blah 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 and blah. Afterward, the funny story is my friend decided to marry because of that cases.
Oh, yeah.
I just think, why do we educate or switch the mindset? The point is it seems like we do not really have high income, but stable economic, or we have been mature enough to, how to say, to figure out a marriage is not only fulfilling the biology, but fulfilling everything, biology or economic and whatever.
So it happens because of the social pressure where like people will ask like when are you getting married, something like that, right? This is also something that I have been experiencing because I'm 24 and as a woman in Indonesia. So yeah, this is really pressuring. And I think now we can move on to this slide. So basically child marriage in Indonesia happens because of the low incomes and also in rural areas, usually because especially for women, we get more pressure to get married early and then low household education. So yeah, it happens because of low income, the society, like the rural areas, and then low education. We're going to talk about double burden again. So this is some data about the double burden is the thing that we have talked before. So yeah, this is the data. Is the current global labor force participation rate for women is like lower, under 47, and for men it's very high. Like we can see the high gap between men and women. That men is 72%. Yeah, so like a 24%, and then a double burden is like what we discussed before, that women have to do something at home after she works. So after talking about the double burden, I want to ask your opinion about what are the roles of men and women in a household, like how should it be? I want to ask to Puchi.
Yes, Miss, I'm here. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah.
I'm sorry because now it's really not really, but some little bit noisy because my family are here beside me. So what do you think are the roles of men and women in the household? I'm not sure about this because I'm still single. But the opinion that I think we need to make it same. We didn't need to judge the duty roles based on gender or man, something like that, because household, it means the different people should be one. So you didn't need to judge based on the gender, must be man or woman. That's it. I think like that. So this is our house, this is our home. We build together and we will share our work together. We will work together and be one. That's it. So no one different.
So more like in equal partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So make it another being perfect, and we must be, how to say this one, both of us should be perfect each other, right?
Yeah, like
that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe is it for me? I cannot explain more that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think we are all agree on this. What do you think, Sapulidi? Do you have your opinion? Do you agree with what Pujas just explained us?
I'm really sorry. I was not really concentrate because my friend just texted me.
Okay, so Puji just said that the rules of men and women in household should be like equal partnership. And I think we are all agree on this. What do you think?
Should be equal.
Equal partnership.
Yeah. It should be equal. I mean, to my opinion, equal not necessarily have to be in the same hour that we spend when we need to do something in the household. It's also depend on the situations. Sometimes, yeah, for example, when the women she got pregnant, for example, of course the husband's gonna help her doing something else. Taking care of her for sure. And I don't know, maybe the husband kind of have disabilities. I don't know. Maybe it can also be right. So I think it is flexible also. When I try to define the word equal here. Yeah, and perhaps one more thing, it is about the equality too. Perhaps I'm not sure, but it seems like in the east, in the south, in the south, in the southward, how to say dunia ketiga,
third world country.
The third one, yeah. It seems that the hours yeah, they, it seems that they share the responsibility. I'm really cannot explain it. There is a theory from Harvard, I think, about gender something. Yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah, maybe you know more about it and can explain it.
Maybe you can explain in Indonesian if you cannot explain it in English, and I can translate it.
The things that I kind of forgot with not about the language, like the concepts. I kind of forget. Let me try to find it first.
Okay, thank you so much. And Nana, you want to say something?
Yeah, this question is interesting. So I think so. It's basically related to myself, right? The question is about self, and I dream a good partnership in a marriage, especially to make it a perfect household. I have to find someone that is not equal, means that whatever I can do, he also can do, but perfect each other by knowing that each other has imperfections. So it's about fulfilling what someone can do and what others cannot do. So roles of men and women in the household maybe different. So every house, every family will have different type of father, different type of mother, but to make it a perfect household, they have to do a good companion and responsible for everything they do, and keeping each other, supporting each other. So it is not only to do the marriage, but also to keep each other, to make comfortable. Also
like
with
completing.
Yeah.
Yeah, completing each other.
Yeah, completing each other. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. And now, Sophie?
Okay. Yeah, I think it has explained by Miss Nana, and also I agree with Miss Puji and Miss Safulidi. Can I know your real name? May I know your real name, Miss
Sapulidi?
Okay. You can call me Nov.
Nov. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I agree with Miss Novi and Miss Puji before.
And Nana.
Yeah, and Nana as well, because it's not, we're not talking about the single rule of this kind of jobs or roles has to be done by man or woman, but I think both parties should have agreement first. And I mean, we know maybe repairman job could be done by men most of the because they have stronger muscles and etc. But like Miss Nana said, or Miss Novi said, the man could be a man who has a disabled or a limited space related to his physical appearance, so it could be done by women. But what I would like to add here, there is a kind of misperception in our society, especially in social media, when people talk, the more the more men serve you, the more queen you are. I mean, that's totally not true. That's the narrative we have to against. Yeah, because the world kind of upside down now, since the empowerment going on everywhere, like you need to be independent, yada yada, and then the woman kind of like colonize men
Yeah,
in
I
some
can do
cases.
anything, something like that. Yeah.
In some cases, like, I'm sorry, I'm an independent woman, I can do that. I mean, come on. This is not woman beating man,
Yeah.
but we're trying to build equality here. Equality means you both have equal roles, equal jobs, equal rights. Maybe the job look not necessarily the same. Maybe, for example, the woman stayed home for day long, and then the men do the work at office, go outside. Maybe in our eyes we see, oh, the man done the harder job, because as a physical he should go in the car, fast the traffic, and then meet a lot of people, which is really exhausting. But women just stay at home and chilling, watching TV, taking care. I mean, as a emotional, as a uh uh as a they're also burning as well, uh related to their brain, their emotional. They're also uh as exhausting as men, even though the job not look necessarily the same. I hope
Okay.
I hope I can explain that well.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. I think now we have to move on. This is another data about subordination, the topic that we talked before. So subordination, it comes in subordination have many like we can classify subordination in 4 types, namely physical violence, psychological and emotional violence, sexual violence, and economic violence. And then this is the number of the National Commission of for Women. We can see that there were 44,552 cases of domestic violence between 2004 and 2021, and many victims of the violence, domestic violence, is usually wives and daughters, because I think this is because in subordination we think that women they're like less than men, like they're not physically strong enough like men. That's why mostly it happened on the woman. And in 2022, the percentage of domestic violence it is now 57.5%. So now I give my view about why domestic violence happens before. Do you agree or disagree with this related to subordination? Maybe Miss Ria, you want to give your view about this?
Sorry, me?
Miss Ria, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Miss Nevi. Why do you think the reason that domestic violence happens? Maybe because in one relationship there is no respect each other with the partner, and there is no responsible and support. Like there is no equal in certain partner, women only in the low position, and absolutely I'm not this. Actually, I don't have idea about this topic, but I think that in one relationship we should be supportive each other and respect.
Okay.
May I give my opinion?
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Because sometimes men only, I mean, not only generally, all of men look at down the woman, and the woman only in the low position. I just say that maybe this factor about some people make domestic violence because of subordination. Women only in the two class, is not one class.
Yeah, like second class, like a below man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you agree that subordination is the reason why domestic violence happen?
I think this is one of factor. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And now, Miss Puji, you want to say something about it? Miss Puji, you can give your opinion. I see that you raise your hand. Yeah.
I'm here, Miss. Okay. For me, almost all of the domestic violence happens because of the economic problems. Almost, even if maybe 20% is not, but around 80% because of economic.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So like that is the factor, but do you think this is related to subordination? Because maybe the husband will think that his wife is not strong enough physically, so maybe he can beat her to express his emotion. Is it something like that due to the economical problem?
yeah, because how to say this one, when we will talk about economic is so sensitive for a household. You cannot, it's like gas, how to say this one, bahan bakar. So economic is like a gas in your household. You cannot move, you cannot run, you cannot do anything if something mistake there. Maybe only, no, maybe for me, if the some of household might be can solve the problem when they find out how to say this one, find out something about economic that is not good, they will try to solve it together. Maybe they will pass it, but when economic problems happen and there is misunderstanding about that, and another problem will follow, that will be support the violence. Is it for me?
Okay, so we have only like 9 minutes left. So Miss Nana, if you want to give your opinion, maybe just like a shortly, okay?
Okay,
And
thank you.
Thank you, Miss Puji, for your opinion on this.
Okay, I'm going to be so simple about this. It's not just because of the physical thing. I also think that men had so much power given by the family, whole big family.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I
so
get
it's not only physically, but also the way family, put power on men as the father, as the final decision. So they are, I mean, the man over their wife. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
I get
you.
it. Thank you so much, Miss Nana. So what is the first thing we need to do to empower women? I think I'm gonna pass this question to Mr. Zainal Abidin. Can you please like explain quickly? Okay. Maybe Zoom user.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, maybe Miss Sapulidi, Miss Novi, can you please give me one thing that we can, what is the first thing that we need to do to empower women, like shortly?
I think the role of men can really help. For example, to not to be afraid to have a dream, for example, or let's say starting from the family. I imagine that sometimes women kind of afraid sometimes to continue study or to have a dream like achieving high position in any career that she is pursuing, for example. So by supporting the women from the men, I think they will not, at least they will not gonna be afraid of that, even for the first time to dream about it.
Okay, so the first thing that we need to do to empower women is to encourage them to dream big, yeah, to change their mindset to dream big, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, but I emphasize more into the women, the men also, their role really, I think, important.
Oh, okay. Miss Nana, sorry, because we have like 6 minutes left, so that's why we have to be quick to finish this. We still have like 2 slides left. So this is some ways to empower women for sustainable development. So first is to place women as leaders and give them decision-making roles. So for example, like actually the regulation will regulate both men and women, but normally like leaders are men, so the decision maker are also men, when actually it will also regulate women, and women should be in that like become decision maker, because it will involve other women, because women will have more experience on what they will go through biologically. For example, maybe we can talk about like maternity leave, something like that. I think women should be in the decision maker for the thing like that. And then more job opportunities for women, invest in women's entrepreneurial ideas emotionally and financially, mentoring women professionally and personally. And yeah, as we celebrate our Independence Day last month in August, so for me, independence means that we have freedom. So for you, what does being independent mean as a woman? I'm gonna pass this question to a woman. Maybe Miss Ria?
I agree about your opinion. So freedom is a good word.
So as a woman, what being independence means to you?
Freedoms, when they want to have something, they just do it the best of the best that they can do, because if you have ability, you do not be the best. So I think
so you just like simply
yes,
having
keep
freedom.
your dreams comes true. Yeah.
Simply having freedoms to do what you want, something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
And who is the woman who are inspiring to you? Maybe Mr. February?
Of course, my mother.
Why? Simply because she is your mother, or can you please? Yeah, maybe
She's my
short
yes.
explanation.
Yes, of course, she's my mother.
Yeah.
She's not well-educated person actually. but she can bring her children to the right. I mean, better than her. Which is, in my opinion, that's the great thing. The great thing, and maybe not all people can think like her. That's.
So yeah, I think you're not the only one who says that mother is their inspiration. So this is our last slide, and we finished our discussion. So to conclude, so thank you so much. And to conclude, like what is woman empowerment means to you? Most of us agree that that is something that to give women equality, to give them freedom to do what they want. And equality means not only equal rights but also equal duties. And then in like child marriage, most of us will disagree on this because there are many aspects to get married. It's not only about like to prevent, let's say, dating, something like that, because we have to think about many things to get marriage. And then the roles of men and women in household is equal partnership or good partnership, which we have to complete each other, being a good companion. And we also talk about discrimination that women face, such as marginalization, subordination, stigmatization, and double burden. We also talk that domestic violence is mostly happen because the power that we put on men, they feel they have power, and also they are physically stronger. And the first thing that we need to do to empower women is to encourage them to dream big. So Miss Dania, I think I will give the time to you again. Thank you so much. And I will stop sharing.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Miss Nevi, as leading us for the discussion tonight. So I will give you the feedback. Okay, this is the feedback as best as I can. We have self-reliance. We can also know that independence, self-dependence, or self-support. Household, we also know domestic and familial. Takdir is destiny or fate. People ask about tulang rusuk is rape. Marginalization, also known as social exclusions. Convenient, also known accessible, handy, reachable. Subordination, also known inferiority. Okay, before we finish our discussion tonight, maybe we can take a picture together. So guys, could you please open your camera and show us your handsome and pretty face. Miss Febri, Miss Ria, Mr. or Miss Sapolidi, Zoom user, Mr. Muhammad, Miss Sophie, Mr. Ku. Okay, no one gonna open the camera, or we will wait until 10. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? So on 3, 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Again, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much, guys, for joining this discussion tonight. We will meet you again on the next week. Maybe we have to say our jargon. If I say Ota community, you can say yesterday, we say tomorrow. Ready, all? Mr. Cool, Mr. February. So,
Ready.
yeah, Ota community.
Yesterday,
Yesterday,
today, tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.